A few of you may have seen my review of the Titanium Foxes Poppy Quiet eyeshadow palette that went live a few days ago, but I also got sent the Poppy Storm eyeshadow palette in PR as well, so a huge amazing thank you to Titanium Foxes for sending me both palettes. And today I am going to be reviewing this. This is the Poppy Storm eyeshadow palette from Titanium Foxes. It is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This colour story is definitely the more me colour story, and I have been dying to get my hands on this for days. I've had this sat in the corner of my studio for days, and I can finally play around with it. I can finally show you this beautiful look. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I'm trying to do a lot more reviews here on my channel. I also like bright, fun, colourful makeup, as you can probably tell today. I do a lot of get ready with me's, project pans, all that kind of fun stuff. So if that sounds like a good time to you, then definitely stick around. So this is what the palette looks like. Are we ready? Look at this. Look at this beauty. This is me in a palette. This is so me. Maybe a few more blues. I'll take a few more blues over a few reds. But this is so beautiful. Now, a lot of you will be thinking, why haven't you done a blue look? I'm kind of known for rocking blues, not to toot my own horn, but I decided to push myself out my comfort zone today with this look, with a red and a green, of course with a tiny little bit of blue, okay? I can't deprive myself too much. So today, the first half of this video is going to be me swatching this whole palette, and the second half is going to be me doing this beautiful eye look. So if you don't want to see the swatches, I get it. I will link the timestamp for the eye look up there, just because I know some people just want to skip to the eye look. That's completely fine. I have also reviewed the Poppy Quiet palette, like I said. If you want to see the review for this palette, I will link that up in the cards for you guys. That went live a few days ago, and spoiler, they are both stunning. Okay, let's jump into this beautiful palette. So the first shade is Water Bomb, a blue. Oh, a blue. We love it. We love to see it. Let's give this a swatch there. That is the most stunning deep dark denim blue. Even the mattes in this palette, okay, I don't get blown away by mattes much. These, yeah. Next we have the shade Menace, which is a mid-toned grey shade. Already the swatches are going a little bit janky, but I'm not known for my swatching here, okay? I'm not. But that is so smooth, so beautiful. Next we have the shade Heaven Looking, which is a slightly blue silver. Oh, I love it. I love it. I am wearing this partly on my lower lash line today. That is adorable. I don't think this is a duochrome. I think this is just a straight silver. Next is Shy Ray of Light, and I have this on my cut crease today. It is one of those, iridescent yellow shades. Oh. So this isn't a duochrome, but it is definitely a very, very special shade. It has that kind of opaque look. Maybe it has the slightest bit of pink shift to it now that I look at it under different lights, but it is such a special, beautiful shade. You can see on my eyes today, it provides so much light. It is stunning. I absolutely love this. And for a contrast as well with the whole palette, takes my breath away. Next we have a pretty neutral shade. This is the shade Summer Love. This could just be a lid setting shade. For my skin tone, it could be anyway. You can't really see it there. It's a pretty neutral matte. That's something I like about this palette as well. You can make very neutral looks quite easily, and I'm not a neutral girl, but sometimes, rarely, I do like a neutral eye look. Next, this is the first true duochrome. Oh, this is the shade Welcomed Rain. I'm going to try and do the mirror thing. It's already covered in fingerprints, so please try and ignore that. This is a purple to green duochrome. I'm hoping it's picking up a tiny bit there at least. Duochromes are so difficult to show on camera. I almost swatched over that neutral shade, but holy Jesus, look at that duochrome. This is stunning. And I do have this tapped on my lower lash line as well. Next is Happy Poppy. I'm wearing this as well today. This is such a vibrant, true red. I will say later on, I will repeat myself, but I'm so happy they have true reds in this palette. I am sick to death of reds that are secretly pinks. Enough. This is a red. Oh, and I love it. Next, the middle shade. I'm sorry. Wow. Wow. This is insane. I think you can see there. It's green, it's red, it's orange. Holy moly. Here we go. You can definitely see that there. This duochrome. Wow, I'm gonna need to lie down after this. I'm sorry. That is insane. That is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna move on because otherwise I will stare at that all day. Sorry, that was the shade Poppy Lava, by the way. I just got too speechless to speak for a minute. This next shade is the shade Poppy Blood, and I again am wearing this today. There we go. That is that beautiful shade. The contrast in this palette is so stunning. It is something else. Oh, I love it. Okay, next is another quite neutral shade. This is the shade Poppy Stuff, and it is just a very generic, in a good way, I'm not saying that in a bad way, just browny, neutral shade. Not much to say on that. It's not something that I'm going to be absolutely, gagging over, but some people might like a little bit of a neutral break, and if you're one of those people, this palette definitely has that, so no worries. Next is Summer Thunder, a beautiful pastel yellow. I feel like my finger is getting a little bit mucky, but I'm going to try and carry on. So I just built up that swatch a little bit just because it is a pastel. Sometimes they are quite difficult to show up, but this performs beautifully. I've got this blended on my inner part of my look today with the greens. Next, another duochrome. This is Green Perfume. Here we go. You can see that duochrome, I think, there. This is like a blue to greeny shade. Kind of similar to this shade up here, but this shade has more purple in it. This is very much blue-green. This is like green-purple. So I love the difference there. There is definitely a difference. That was something that I was worried about seeing them in the pan. Were these going to be a little bit too similar? But they're definitely not. They have very, very different shifts. This is also extremely high shine, whereas this is slightly more muted. I mean, not that it is muted at all. Like, it is still very shimmery, very shiny, but this is just absolutely insane shimmer. My hand's gone all red where I've been wiping off my excess. Next is Poppy Loading. This is such a nice kind of mossy green matte. Love it. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing quite a few of these shades today. I wanted to try multiple of the color stories, and I'm glad I did. Two more shades. We have See You Tomorrow, which is a black. And this is a true black. In the other palette, there's like a purpley black. This is a black. This swatch is a little bit weak, but on the eyes, it is so pigmented, so don't worry about that. And finally, the shade Poppy Love. This is one of those orange to red shifts. I'm hoping you can see. Why is it so difficult? And I'll swatch that right at the bottom there. So this is the palette. This is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm so excited to put this on my eyes. Just from the swatches, what is your favorite shade? Let me know down below. But without further ado, let's jump in to this stunning look. If my makeup is looking a little bit janky, no, it is not. No, it's not. I've been at the office all day today and I hurried home because I knew I had this baby waiting for me. I'm so excited. Look at this. I was going to do an all blue look and then I thought, no, I need to stop being predictable. And so I did this. How beautiful is this? I'm obsessed. So I'm going to start with the black. And this black is a true black, not like the other palette, which the black in that palette, if you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. I reviewed both of the Titanium Foxes palettes and I love them both. Spoiler alert. But the other Poppy Quiet palette, the black in that palette is almost like a dark purple instead of a true black. This is a black. And I actually did the right practice eye this time. Hey, get me. So I'm just popping that on the inner and outer corner and on the lower lash line. Making some depth. You guys know me. I absolutely love a bit of depth. And I'm going to do the red side first. So I'm going to go in with Poppy Blood, which is this stunning deep red. And I'm going to start blending that. These mattes are so pigmented, and I'm sure I said in the intro, but this color story is so me. This is definitely the most me color story out of both of the palettes that were sent to me, and I've been dying to do a look with this. And I'm gonna bring this red a little bit further in to the center of the crease than I did the black. And then further into the crease, I'm going to take this shade, which is Happy Poppy. And I love this shade because it doesn't pull pink. I am so fed up of reds that pull pink. If I'm putting a red on my eye, I want a red. I don't want a pink. I want a true red. And this is a true red. Thank you, Titanium Foxes, for providing what I've been wanting for years. Okay, and I'm just going to go in with that middle transition shade one more time to blend those edges a tiny bit. Okay, now I was going to do blues. And then I stopped myself. I said, no, let's do something different for a change. So I went on to Poppy Loading, which is this super unique green shade. It's like a grassy, mossy green. And I'm gonna pop that on the inner part of the black. And I'm gonna, again, bring it in to the center of the crease. I always struggle with blending on my inner corner. I don't know, nothing just wants to blend. I think it's a me problem. Then I'm taking a big fluffy brush and going in with Summer Thunder. Look at this beautiful pastel yellow. And I'm gonna blend all in my inner corner and bring it all the way up into that red. And just like we did on the red side, I'm taking that middle transition and blending it once again. So now I'm gonna go and cut my crease, and then we're gonna fill in the lid with some beautiful shimmers. I always get so scared when it comes to cut creases, and especially halo eyes, because I can never tell if it's even or not. I don't know. Until I get everything on, I have no idea. So I'm just gonna tap off the edges just to make them easier to blend. Then look at this shimmer. This is the shade Shy Ray of Light here. It is a super beautiful iridescent yellow. Look at that. Oh my god. And I'm just going to use a brush where I can't quite get with my finger. And this shade works so well with a brush. I'm actually quite shocked. And then more shimmers. I'm going to take Poppy Love, which is this very end red shade, and pop this on the outer part of the halo. And then I'm taking Green Perfume and I'm popping this on the inner part of the halo. And then just to finish off this lower lash line, I thought it needed something extra. First I went with Heaven Looking, which is this like silvery blue shade, and I popped this on the lower lash line. And then I kind of realized this wasn't the vibe I was going for, so then I dipped in with Welcomed Rain. This is ridiculously beautiful, and I tapped that on top, and that is the eyeshadow look. Okay, let me do my lashes and then I'll be right back. So this is the final look. I put a black waterline on, and I also added just a white highlighter on the inner corner. So what do we think? I absolutely adore this palette. I like this palette even more than the Poppy Quiet palette, which I reviewed a few days ago now. This is grungy winter, and the Poppy Quiet is grungy spring. That is what I'm thinking. They are my thoughts, and I will take grungy winter every single day of the week. I love depth, you guys know. I love blue. I love contrasting colors. So the fact that there's green, red, and yellow in this palette, take my breath away. Even this like quote unquote boring shade, the gray Menace, I'm drooling. I absolutely love it. I remember when I first saw this palette release, I was following Titanium Foxes before their first palette even released, and they were teasing all of the looks that they were doing with this palette. I actually remember being on the homepage for Titanium Foxes. I had this palette in my basket all the way back when it first launched. And just because I'm in a little bit of a financial tight spot right now, I couldn't buy it and I was gutted. But now I feel like I've come full circle and I am absolutely in awe. And I'm so thankful to Titanium Foxes for sending me not just the Poppy Storm, but also the beautiful Poppy Quiet. Here we go. If you missed my video, go and watch it. I'll link it again in the cards. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. I'm kind of wanting to do a get ready with me with both of these palettes and combine them and see what kind of look I can do with both of them. I think that would be really, really interesting. Let me know if you want me to do that down below, because I think we can get some interesting looks with both of them combined. I didn't want to combine them today. I wanted to just do a dedicated review, and this might be one of my favorite palettes. I'm not even joking. I haven't even swatched this yet, and this palette is so beautiful. I love this eye look that I came up with today. I'm absolutely obsessed. How many times can I say that? I keep saying that same word over and over again, but honestly, I am in awe. And this color story, oh, it's just beautiful. It's something I didn't know that I needed, but I most certainly did need. Are you planning on picking this beautiful palette up? Let me know down below. Have you already tried it? What do you think of it? I just love it so much, and I really do think you guys will love it as well. I will put money on the fact that if you love super beautiful pigmented indie shades, you will love it. The mattes are beautiful, because a lot of the time with some indie brands, the mattes are lacking a little bit. The shimmers are always insane, but the mattes are a little bit, not this palette. The mattes are just as amazing as the shimmers. So this is it for this video, guys. This is where I'm gonna love you and leave you. What do you think of this eye look? I hope you have an incredible day. Like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!